the reads right now.
Yeah.
Good combination from Adesanya. Blachowicz chooses to clinch.
This is what I'd like to see more from Blachowicz. Clinch, knee to the legs, try to slow him down, make him grapple, wear him out.
This breaks up all that freeness on the feet.
Yeah.
Coming into the clinch, hanging on him, dragging on him, try to take him to the mat, just really reminding Adesanya that he's got takedowns to worry about this fight.
Adesanya making these clinch strikes count.
Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful opening. He made Jan Blachowicz try to get it back because he was slapping him in the ears. He made Jan open up, and then he got out of there.
Izzy's got to carry his hands a little bit higher as he enters into range with Blachowicz.
Jan's looking for that big left kick.
And he should be throwing it, right?
Yeah.
Because you can hit your opponent much further out, and you don't have to worry so much about the counters.
Yeah, when he switches southpaw, that's always his big move. He's got a very powerful left kick.
That jab of Adesanya starting to make its presence felt.
Popping the head back of Blachowicz.
And now that Blachowicz lead leg starting to show some real damage. Izzy a few times has held that right hand. It did look like maybe there was an awkward land that could have caused an injury. We'll keep an eye on that.
Oh, nice jab by Blachowicz. That one landed clean. Both of them did. Heavy.
Ooh. One of the more significant strikes landed by Blachowicz there. 1 minute to go, round 3.
Here's the clinch again.
If Blachowicz just steps behind the leg when he goes right into the clinch, he would be securing takedowns. Just needs to trip the moment he gets to the body lock.
Watch the low blows.
Numbers exceedingly close as we come down the stretch of round 3.
Very close fight. I think Blachowicz will have to put out more activity. But the issue with that is that Izzy does such a great job of making you miss and then making you hit.
Here's Blachowicz, just touches him with that. I mean, no damage there. Just catches him at the end. Here throws a knee. Still no damage, but does manage to briefly get him down. Now here's an Adesanya left hand that just touches him. And there's the left hand that stung him. And there's a counter left by Blachowicz that was on the jaw. That got his respect.
You know, I think you go first round to Adesanya, second round to Blachowicz, third round to Adesanya. Very close fight, but I think Jan's going to have to put a little bit more out there, John.
Open scoring would be awfully interesting.
Yes, very. Because we were confused by the Aljamain Sterling fight.
Yeah.
Here's the clinch again.
But this time he's attacking the legs of Adesanya. Good job by Jan switching to a single leg. Up to the clinch, trying to lift the underhook. Adesanya needs to try to pummel back inside.
Oh, he landed a good right hand there.
Eugene Behrman said to Adesanya, who eats a big right hand, that these are the rounds in which you got to showcase your superiority. Blachowicz still very much in this fight. Could be winning it.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he popped him with that
He
jab.
absolutely is. Jan Blachowicz is in this fight. I'd like to see Jan throw more kicks, man. Izzy's so heavy on that front leg.
Yeah.
Outside leg kicks by Blachowicz really pay dividends for him, especially when Izzy goes conventional.
Trevor Whitman, what do you have, sir?
Izzy is so sharp, but he does like to fight. I feel that Jan needs to make this a fight. He needs to start throwing at the body, slow the legs down, make him feel your size. In the clinch, he's making him feel his size a little bit, but he's letting him out easy. When you have him in the clinch, break the body down, throw the knees at the legs, because every time it goes a little bit longer, you're starting to see Izzy get a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more flat. That's the key. Put your size on him.
Nice right hand and maybe an elbow there from Adesanya.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, beautiful takedown.
Beautiful double leg by Jan Blachowicz. Got through the position and got big. He got real big on Adesanya there. Now he's passing the half guard. That was a very timely takedown there by the champ.
This is huge, and with plenty of time to work. 3 minutes to go.
And just let him carry you if you're Jan Blachowicz. Just make him carry you. Be heavy. Squeeze on him. Position over submission. Don't do too much to allow Adesanya easily back to his feet.
This is what he talked a lot about doing. Felt like if he could stay heavy on top of Adesanya, he could change the complexion of this fight.
Well, this is huge. This is absolutely huge, especially if he can maintain top position and
Yes.
damage.
Just leaning on him. You saw Izzy try to turn to his left hip. Jan threw a half Nelson there, put him back flat.
And you've seen some heavy breathing from Izzy on the bottom.
Because this feels, different, right? He's got a
Yeah.
big guy on top of him, leaning on him heavy, keeping the far side underhook controlled.
Good head pressure.
Jan's doing a great job of not trying to rush or force anything and just control. And this will be another time for Jan to stay in half guard. Half guard will allow him to keep more control on the top.
And there's a perfect example of it right there. As Izzy went to reach up for the head,
Yep.
Jan was able to use that leg that he's holding in between his two legs to force him back down, along with pressure from the upper body.
This has gotten very interesting as we get through round 4.
Yes, now hammer fists.
Blachowicz hasn't gone to his offensive wrestling all that often recently, but he came in tonight with the highest takedown percentage accuracy-wise among active light heavyweights.
Well, this is absolutely huge for him.
It works twofold, right? It gets him around, but it also wears on Adesanya.
Yes. He steps over in the side control.
You see, this makes it a little more difficult. He should have stayed half guard there. Because when guys get, actually, by putting the arm in between, he just replaced the arm with the leg. So, good job by Jan there. Not leaving the bottom of the body free for Izzy to bridge and turn.
Now he can knee the body. I'd like to see him try to knee the body. And now he's moving into crucifix, perhaps. If he can get that left arm of Adesanya between his arms.
This is massive for Jan Blachowicz, man.
Back to half.
Big round for him.
Huge, and a huge moment. Now, 3 minutes of domination on the ground. That's big. Ground and pound, wearing Izzy out.
It gives you an idea, Joe,
Yes.
what he needs to do in round 5, especially if the score is 2-2, which what it looks like to me.
Good shots to the body.
And those hurt.
Oh, there's a good elbow.
Like you said, that big Viking punches hard, even from down there.
Well, things are getting very interesting. Could conceivably be 2-2 as we hit our 5th and final round.
Very nice.
to samo. Jak poczułeś, to samo jeszcze raz.
Keep doing the same thing. If you felt it's working, then keep doing it.
I lewa ręka chodzi, wysoko łapy, cały czas trzymasz.
Keep your hands up and make sure you use the left jab. Double up on the jab. This is the last round.
Right here you see Blachowicz land that straight right hand, knocks Izzy off balance. Body kick by Blachowicz. Right here, watch him change levels. Gets into the hips of Adesanya. He leaned over, but is so big and powerful that he just ran right into him and then ground and pound. I mean, this was a big round for Jan Blachowicz in the fourth round to really regain his composure and put himself back into this fight.
And Joe, if you're Blachowicz, you got to think one more takedown secured might be enough to retain the belt.
Blachowicz is breathing very heavy.
Nobody's been able to control Izzy like that. Once Jan got him down, he did not look like he was going to be able to get away from him at all.
No, he was just surviving. He just bites those feints, doesn't he?
He does. But that is where he's got to go to his takedown. When he throws that lead left hand, then he should shoot on Adesanya. He cannot try to just shoot on him from the open. He's got to throw something at Izzy to get Izzy leaning back. That's one of the faults to Izzy's style. He leans back to avoid punches. By doing that, his head and chest goes behind his legs, and Jan can change levels to try to shoot into a takedown.
Like right there.
Nice defensive movement by Adesanya. Trying to force a reaction out of Blachowicz.
Blachowicz is breathing very heavy here.
Yeah, and carrying his hands real low.
Oh, he got stunned.
That grappling seems to have taken a lot out of Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah. You saw it at the beginning of the round. Before the round started, he was breathing very heavy.
Nice jab from Blachowicz, but he is breathing mouth open here down the stretch. Just over 3 minutes to go.
But he has landed in this round, honestly. These guys are going tit for tat. He has managed to get out of the way of the big strikes of Adesanya. Adesanya needs to take some risks.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Beautiful spinning back kick there, yes.
The body.
Beautiful there by Izzy.
Definite urgency here from Adesanya in round 5. Nice stick there by Blachowicz.
Izzy's the fresher guy for sure. He's done this before, right? I think this is the first time Jan's had to go 5 rounds, especially in the UFC. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's that takedown. If you look at this is massive.
This is so huge.
And it came right at the midpoint of round 5. If you're Adesanya, gotta figure out a way to get up.
You have got to be urgent if you're Adesanya. But if you look at the takedown, you see again Adesanya's head and chest got behind his legs. Jan changed levels and got to the double leg. Beautiful position by the champion.
And perhaps that was strategic for Blachowicz to wrestle more late than early. The Adesanya camp seemed to think they were going to get this type of approach early on in the fight.
Izzy's got the guard open. He needs to be getting his feet on the hips to try to push Blachowicz away from him. He cannot accept here and lay on his back.
Yeah, he's scrambling, but as he does now, he moves to half guard.
That's worse. This is worse for him.
Much worse.
This is much worse. Jan getting the half guard is worst case scenario. He needed to keep Jan in full guard so that he can try to elevate his hips and push him in. He tried to just explode into a bigger man there. That won't work. He's got to collect an underhook.
Jan might move to mount here.
If I'm Jan Blachowicz, I'm laying right on top of him here and I'm securing this round, yes. No unnecessary risks.
But if he thinks he can stop him,
Well, Izzy's done enough to manage the damage, you know, so I don't know if Jan feels like there's an opening to get a finish. So he's just going to grind him out, keep punching, keep working just enough to avoid the referee from standing him up.
Now he's going to use his foot to push off and try to reverse the position. The difference in weight is so substantial, though. I mean, we know that Jan was managing his weight and cutting to get down to 205. We got to assume he's in the 220 range.
Yes, he is. 222, 223. And I love the way when Izzy tries to turn back into him, he just shoots a half Nelson. Shoots a half Nelson, puts him flat on his back. And again, last three, look at Izzy trying to just bridge into the bigger man. That is not correct technique.
He grunted there and exerted a lot of energy to try to get out of it. And Jan is completely controlling him. And this is the end of the round.
Yeah, for 3 more minutes, Jan Blachowicz was on top of Israel Adesanya. Wow. He did go to Mojo. Big look. Wow.
Well, unless Adesanya had 3 rounds banked.
He lost those last 2 for certain.
For certain.
And credit to both parties, but for Jan Blachowicz, making the first defense of his title, you got a guy moving up at 20-0, and he did not bat an eye. They go the full 25 minutes, and Adesanya potentially has done enough to become a simultaneous 2-division champion, but Blachowicz wrestled effectively late.
Boy, very complicated. Look at that. Check there. Right hand by Blachowicz. Look at that jump spinning back kick under the armpit. And now here's the takedown. And this was huge. Absolutely huge. Now here's the end of the round. Here's Blachowicz hammer fisting him. I mean, he really got urgent towards the end of the round. And then Izzy turned sideways, opened it up, and then Jan got on top of him to full mount.
So this fight came together rather quickly after UFC 253 last September, a night on which both of these guys shined in a big way on Fight Island. And it will either be Jan Blachowicz successful in defense #1, or we will be looking at our 5th simultaneous 2-division champion in UFC history. You got to think Glover Teixeira somewhere here in Vegas, watching with bated breath as to how these scorecards will shake out.
And honestly, John, with Glover's fight style, I'm excited. He would be excited, right? Because the way he wrestles and grinds guys out, he has to like his chances against either of these guys. Especially after seeing Adesanya grounded for the first time.
I can be a bodyguard.
Taking his sweet time.
That is taking long. So Adesanya would have had 3 rounds in the bag through 3 in order to win this fight. If Jan Blachowicz eked out one of those first 3 rounds, he remains the champ.
And it's also, it speaks to the problem with scoring, because the difference in the domination on the ground of those last 2 rounds is pretty significant. Is it enough for a 10-8?
All right, the official decision is brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate can save you money on your monthly mortgage payment. Visit rate.com to get started. One final time tonight. Here is Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 49-45, and 49-45 for the winner. And still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, the pride of Poland, Jan Blachowicz.
What a way to defend the belt. And Joe, to your point, a couple of 10-8s.
Yes, well, I think that's deserved, because even